Machine for Noting Down Music. From the History of Inventions and Discoveries, by Johann Beckmann, 1739 to 1811. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Machine for Noting Down Music. From a History of Inventions and Discoveries. As I have occasionally mentioned in the preceding article, a machine for noting down any piece of music played on a harpsichord or any other musical instrument, I shall here add a short story of the invention of it, as far as I know, and with the greater pleasure as another nation has laid claim to it, though it belongs to my countrymen. It appears incontestable that a proposal for inventing such a machine was first made known by an Englishman. In the month of March, 1747, John Freake transmitted to the Royal Society a paper written by a clergyman of the name of Creed, which was printed in the Philosophical Transactions under the following title: A Demonstration of the Possibility of making a machine that shall write extempore voluntaries, or other pieces of music, as fast as any master shall be able to play them upon an organ, harpsichord, etc., and that in a character more natural and intelligible, and more expressive of all the varieties those instruments are capable of exhibiting, than the character now in use. The author of this paper, however, points out the possibility only of making such a machine, without giving directions how to construct it. In the year 1745, John Frederick Unger, then land bailiff and burgomaster in Inbeck, and who is known by several learned folks, fell upon the same invention without the smallest knowledge of the idea published in England. This invention, however, owing to the variety of his occupations, he did not make known till the year 1752, when he transmitted a short account of it, accompanied with figures, to the Academy of Sciences at Berlin. The Academy highly approved of it, and it was soon celebrated in several gazettes, but a description of it was never printed. A few days after Euler had read this paper of Mr. Unger's before the Academy, Mr. Sulzer informed Hohlfeld of the invention, and advised him to exert his ingenuity in constructing such a machine. In 2 weeks this untaught mechanic, without having read Mr. Unger's paper, and even without inspecting the figures, completed the machine, which Mr. Unger himself had not been able to execute through the want of an artist capable of following his ideas. Unger's own description of his invention was printed, with copper plates, at Brunswick, in the year 1774, together with the correspondence between him and Euler, and other documents. A description of Hohlfeld's machine, illustrated with figures, was published after his death by Mr. Sulzer in the new memoirs of the Academy of Berlin, under the title of Description of a Machine for Noting Down Pieces of Music as fast as they are played upon the harpsichord. Sulzer there remarks that Hohlfeld had not followed the plan sketched out by Mr. Unger, and that the two machines differed in this: that Unger's formed one piece with the harpsichord, while that of Hohlfeld could be applied to any harpsichord whatever. When Dr. Burney visited Berlin, he was made acquainted with Hohlfeld's machine by Mr. Marburg, and has been so ungenerous, or rather unjust, as to say in his Musical Travels that it is an English invention, and that it had been before fully described in the Philosophical Transactions. This falsehood Mr. Unger has sufficiently refuted. Without repeating his proofs, I shall here content myself with quoting his own words in the following passage: How can Burney wish to deprive our ingenious Hohlfeld of the honor of being the sole author of this invention, and to make an Englishman share it with him, because our German happened to execute successfully what his countryman Creed only suggested? Such an attempt is as unjust in its consequences as it is dishonorable to the English nation and the English artists. When we reflect on the high estimation in which music is held in England, the liberality of the English nobility, and their readiness to spare no expense in bringing forward any useful invention, a property peculiar to the English, it affords just matter of surprise that the English artists should have suffered themselves to be anticipated by a German journeyman lace maker. To our Hohlfeld, therefore, will incontestably remain the lasting honor of having executed a German invention, and the Germans may contentedly wait and see whether Burney will find an English mechanic capable of constructing this machine from the information given by his countryman Creed. End of Machine for Noting Down Music. From a History of Inventions and Discoveries, by Johann Beckmann, 1739 to 1811. Published 1817.